Hello, and welcome to our second meditation with me, Ellie Latrobe. So today we are on our new moon meditation to Pisces. And so I thought it'd be important to just give a little bit of an overview and then we'll go into the meditation. These, for those of you who haven't joined me before, these are regular meditations that I invite people to join to create a kind of group field so that we can work consciously and creatively in creating thought forms that we want to bring out into the world and into our worlds. So the whole of the year, the annual cycle of the Earth going around the sun is an evolving journey for us all as individuals and for us as collective groups. Now, last meditation, in the last phase, we were in Aquarius, and this is kind of like the peak of everything that we can do with one idea or with one lifetime. We reach its peak in Capricorn, and then in Aquarius, we start to give. We give to the greater society and to the world as a whole. But now once we've given out that service, there comes a point of dissolution. So with every idea that is created, it comes full circle to a point where it needs to be dissolved back into the abstract realm. So that almost like we're creating a clear canvas for the next idea, for our next learning to be lived through. So that's why the start of the zodiac is next month in Aries. Is this where we take a seed, a new seed, this idea that's coming into our mind and creating it with this fiery, it's pioneering. But right now, it's the most important lesson and learning for us is to dissolve all that we've done in this last annual phase of growth, if we're relating it to an idea that we have been working through or a project that we've been on. There comes to a point in its own evolution where it's done as much as your own evolution and to the world as a whole. So I guess the learning in Pisces in some ways is one of the hardest. It's a real letting go. If you take our identities, that we create as we grow up, whether it's the clothes that we wear and how we want people to perceive us from outside, all completely five sense stuff, what we do, how we utilize money, all of these become kind of mind constructs of our own identity. And they have a reason and have their own cycle. They don't have to follow the 12 signs of the zodiac. They have this natural cycle regardless of what time they're happening through. And there comes a point when actually we need to say, actually, this is an identity for a purpose that maybe has come to its end. My own personal reflection in this time is I'm perceived from the outside world as a yoga teacher, but perhaps that isn't my identity that I should be identifying with in the future. Maybe it's had its point in service, and maybe now my place is in a kind of a mental learning of alchemy, of meditation, of personal transformation. That maybe, and then I teach yoga sometimes, but then the yoga teacher isn't my identity. And you will have your own thing, whether you've done a training, and you will have your own thing, whether you've done a training, to become an engineer, and then that's as much as you've kind of done that. You've done as much as you can do in that realm, and then you need to, you want to move on. You feel something, an urge in you to express in another. So identity is a hard one to let go of because we become quite attached and safe in it. The aspects of Pisces that we kind of consider on the new moon are actually the positive aspects. Quite often the full moon may draw up some of the negative aspects of the moon. If you remember in my previous talks, the moon represents our kind of lower self. So the more the moon is influencing us, the more our lower self is kind of rising. But Pisces is the real creative force of the abstract. So we have an opportunity over the next month to really raise our vibration from our concrete mind to logically working things out to actually going, okay, I'm going to open up. I'm going to break down those constructs, and I'm going to allow these more abstract ideals to float down, okay? So it's almost trying to just let go one by one of all these ways that we identify ourselves so that we can create a blank canvas. And in this openness and this feeling like kind of understanding deeper of the abstract realm, we prepare ourselves for receiving the seed for our next cycle of growth. So I know that the last couple of years have been tough for a lot of us. You know, there's been a lot of Capricorn energy with Saturn in Capricorn for the last 2+ years. And, you know, there is a big need to just let go of a part of ourselves that is no longer serving us or serving the world at that. So find yourself a comfortable seat. You know, if you want to use a wall, that helps your back, or if you want to use a chair, do that. And sit up nice and tall, get your spine, maybe take a few movements. You know, this, as we meditate, we're trying to get all of our bodies looking upwards, our lower bodies looking upwards, our physical, emotional body aspiring. So you have to get this physical body feeling comfortable. And as you engage your core, take a big inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Closing your eyes, see how you feel, observe your emotions. Now, Pisces is a water sign, a mutable water sign at that, so things are changeable this month. Exhale through the mouth, let go of any emotions that you're observing in your field, in your channel, that are kind of blocking your natural aspiring upwards to receive those abstract concepts, colorations. And then to your mind's eye, turn your gaze. Maybe you want to bring your thumb and your first finger together, or take any hand position that feels good for you and natural right now. And with your eye gaze inwards and upwards, see where your mind keeps wandering as you just watch your breath coming in and out of your nose. See if you can make the breath even, inhaling and exhaling, watching those waves. And life is one big wave, one big cycle. And within our lives, there's so many little waves and little cycles, peaks and troughs. We're all here learning to ride those waves. And now see if you can move that wave through your spinal column, through this etheric component, which links to your spine through the ether, as you inhale from the base of your spine up through the crown of your head. And exhale back down the spine. Inhale all the way up. And exhale down. Allowing the wave to rise, allowing the wave to fall. And then on your next exhale, ground your wave down through the base of your spinal column into the center of the earth. Inhale from those roots, up through the spinal column, up through the crown of your head, and opening up into the sky above you. Just a little way. And then exhale back down through the spinal column, rooting yourself into the earth, and allow those roots to get a little longer and deeper. With each exhale, ground deeper, and with each inhale, rise taller. Remembering you can grow only as deep as you can bury those roots in your physicality and in this earth. Neither rejecting our physicality or our spirituality. Neither rejecting the mundane activities of daily life or the rainbow psychedelic spectrum of opportunity of our light vibration. And this channel that you are creating right now is the rainbow bridge. And this bridge is galvanized through your heart. Feeling that heart's magnetism growing as you breathe up the spine. And grounding down into the roots beneath you, magnetized by this love of your soul, this consciousness of your soul. This individual life and through our collective lifetimes is all to realize this, to create this bridge through your personality, revealing your purpose in every action. Exhale, ground those roots down to the center of the earth now. See if you can go deep. And inhale, rising up through the channel of your spine, up above your head. Feeling the branches growing above you into the highest place of your creative imagination. One last time, grounding as deep as you can, magnetize through the heart, down into the deepest place in the earth beneath you. And then all the way up into the highest place of light. And then from this light, feeling that whiteness of light above you, bring your focus. And from this oneness of light, this white light, the white light contains 7 vibrations of light color. And each of us has a particular color, a particular soul grouping that brings with it a particular vibration. And taking that color that resonates mostly with you and draw that down into your mind and into your heart and down through your pelvic floor into the ground. For a lot of us, if you're struggling to use a color or find, for a lot of us who are drawn to meditation, it is often indigo blue. But if you resonate with that, just use white. Can't go wrong with white. And allow that vibration to permeate through your body. And then in the center of this vertical axis that connects you from your spiritual to your physical, come into your heart. And there in your heart center, allow your being to become magnetized fully. As we create our horizontal axis from our soul to all those other souls that we are working with, to all those other souls that we are working with, maybe unconsciously at this moment, who are in the same vibration as us, the same color. We're all here on this earth trying to fulfill a purpose towards the same means. Be that be in leadership, be that be in teaching, healing, be that be in engineering or systems, be that in the arts or in science or in faith or activism, devotion, or maybe in architecture or administration. Wherever our field of work, there are millions of others all working for the same ends, doing different things, but with the same vision, with the same area of work. And this part of us as a soul never changes. And in your heart, feeling that connection, magnetism to all those other people working towards the same vision in the same area across the world, across the earth. Sending them love, receiving love. Sending them forgiveness, receiving forgiveness. And all of those souls, lifetime after lifetime, you guys have been doing the same work towards the same means. And now, yourself to this lifetime, to you in this body right now, through this last phase of your life and whatever it's brought you and whatever you've learned from it and however you've grown from it. Your outer garment that your soul wears is a changeable personality, which utilizes this identity within which it relates and works in the world. And just like you change your clothes daily, there comes a point when sometimes our personality needs a shift. The outer garment of the identity that the personality wants to wear needs to shift. What needs to be let go of at this phase? What needs to shift? What part of your clothing do you need to take off? Maybe it needs a wash, maybe it needs to go to landfill. Sustainable landfill. So just trying to bring maybe one thing, whether it's a coping strategy, whether it's an addictive behavior, whether it's a job or a role, maybe it's a way you exercise or a way you nourish your body or don't. Maybe it's an attitude you have towards someone else or towards a group of others. It may be massive, it may be all of it, or it may just be one thing. And bring that into your heart and thank that identity, that piece of clothing that you've worn, that you've grown with, that you've used, and thank it. And then when you've thanked it and held it tight for one last time, let it go. Exhale fully, let it go. Inhale deeply, bring in the new. Exhale fully, wash it away. Inhale. Bring energy to the intention. Exhale, let go of it. Bring energy to it. Inhale. Exhale, let go of it. Inhale, bring energy to it. Let it go. 3 more. Wash it away, the waves take it away. 1 more. And watch it floating away to the horizon of your imagination. And there in your heart, focus and bring awareness to this loving feelings, gratitude you have to your past, to the structures of identity, to the way your personality has adapted to coping through your life. But just for a moment, feel the space that is left by the letting go of that part of you that has now served its purpose. And in your heart, breathe. In that space, breathe. And allow that spaciousness to grow through your chest. Allow it to grow down into your pelvis. Pisces being very sacral, very watery, passions, emotions. Clear that water as you let it flow, just as water itself needs to flow to become purified, to become cleaner, clearer. And as those waters become clearer, as you allow the water to move, feel the spaciousness grow as you turn your gaze into our mind's eye. We're able to see what's actually going on in our thought body, our mental body, our lower mind, whatever word works for you. And here we start to find brain from fully opening up to the abstract. Let go of the statements. You know, when you first meet someone, how do you introduce yourself? I am Ellie. No, your name is Ellie. My name is Ellie. Your name probably isn't. I am a. My role it has been, or my role is. The role being a garment you wear, the name being again an identity structure we place on ourselves so other people can identify us. A necessary construct to operate in society. But you are beyond your name, you are beyond your job, beyond your family, a name or identity that comes with your family, or comes with your culture. And as you find the construct that is limiting you the most, the statement, I am, You find it in your mind and you breathe into it. And you exhale, let it go. You send it into the clouds. Again, you inhale into it. And you exhale, let it go, blow it away. Clear it away. Into your mind. Exhale, breathe away that construct. Keep going with that. Giving strength with the inhale, exhale, blow it away. Last one. Until you've blown it away as far as you can see, until there's nothing but blue sky. And from those and through those clear waters beneath, see the blue sky above you and look up towards the stratosphere. You're through the weather systems up here, and from this place you can look up to the stars above. And with the new moon, there's not even any extra light from the sun reflecting on the mirrors of light. And as you look up into the darkness, the clear darkness, you see those stars above you, who you really are. It's beyond identification through words, for words provide an identity, a thought construct. And with this clearness, just allow yourself to be open right now. Aspiring upwards, connected downwards, connected outwards to all other souls on this earth. And just allow that sensation to percolate through your whole system. Through your head, your heart, and your place of creative manifestation, through action in this body of yours. Keep open, keep aware. And just allow that sensation of the abstract to percolate through. Feel what it's like to be free from those identities. Feel whatever sensations or observations that you feel. Don't give it a name. Don't label it. Just a little longer. And then taking a big inhale through your nose, exhale softly, slowly through your mouth. Feel the sensation of your breath on your lips. Inhale through your nose and softly through your mouth, feeling the sensation of air moving against your lips. And then coming to your breath, grounding down through your spine, through the crown. Exhale down through the spine. Inhale up through the crown. Feeling the clearness that you've created. Give yourself this month to almost be nothing, to not expect anything of yourself, to not label yourself good or bad, to just be with your being, to watch your emotions, get creative, paint, draw, write random thoughts, poems, dance. Any way that makes you feel free, run naked on the beach. Find a way that breaks down the barriers, breaks down the constructs, breaks down the layers of how you've been identifying yourself. What is the thing or things that you can do this month to be able to do that? Elevate yourself above this idea you have of yourself and of what you should or should not be doing. Creativity, just a waiting journey. And next month we'll get to work properly, I promise. But right now, breathe up and down the spine one last time, closing in the crown, drawing in your roots, knowing that that connection is there always. Feeling your heart now pulsating with life. And take that with today, taking an inhale and exhale to seal our practice. An inhale for Om. Namaste, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a beautiful day and see you either in the ether or in person. Bye now.